Kimball. I'm gonna try not to use the headphones today, see how it goes. Because the music is a lot better to hear. Let's see how it goes, excuse me. Hallelujah. Kimball to Tanzania. Hallelujah. Play some music today. This is an important scripture, message coming from the Most High. Hallelujah. Have some baptism music today. This is something I was hoping to get done earlier, but things happen, and I'm here today. This is a message I know we've been doing some deep stuff. It's going to be another deep message. It's all about feeding you meat now. I pray for the brothers that are teaching us how to preach with meat and enough with the milk. If you're not past milk, you're going to have a hard time understanding this, and we'll be glad to help you. I think the Most High is now deciding it's time to bring the meat, as we are now entering a time of the days of Noah. We want to get our people on board with the agenda here. So, especially what you see what's happening right now, it's going to get what we told you, and I think Masa talked about it, and he's already been questioned. I knew he was. That they're going to be fighting in the streets. You can see it's starting to happen. So I want to say, Siemi family, Siemi, Awei, Kiambote, Luvuvamo. I want to say Betwabu, Salbona, Dumalang, as you're not like to say, giving praise and honor to the Tatanzambi and Pongo Talenda, the Most High Yah, the Mungu or God, Abana, Isaka, and Yakubi, that the world calls Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob because of those who have transferred into the Yiddish, to the English. That you're now waking up to the fact that the world, the true Hebrews of Scripture, are indeed the Banabetu, the Bakongo, the Mukongos, that the word Jew never existed, but this is now a fabrication of those who are trying to hang on to their power. As Tatanzambi begins the transition and destroys the Esau's world to bring the remnant of Jacob home. And we're going to discuss that. There's a reason why we call it a remnant. And there are those who believe they are a remnant. They're going to find out maybe not so. Because like we talk about in the days of Noah, as I said it before, we have to get instructions like Noah did on how to prepare. And I'm sure many Christians who ever watch this channel are going to wonder, what instructions are you talking about? If you have to ask what instructions we're talking about, I would suggest you fast and pray and figure something out. Because like I told you, many of you don't realize that you're praying to Lucifer pretending to be the Most High, as many people in this world are about to find out. That's why I'm going to do this message today. to help bring that out. Even now, I'm seeing on Facebook and on Twitter, not necessarily on Twitter, but Facebook is starting to now remove posts about Simon Toko, Simon Kimbongo. They seem to want to interfere with the Church of Jesus Christ in the world, starting to catch some interference because their message is now reaching the diaspora and the ones that they were hoping would not get this message about Kimbongo Toko Padi. I found his name, Matswana, who was the fourth beast. And there are those who don't know what they're dealing with, that think they know. There are those who are, this is going to be a kind of an add-on to what I said. If you don't know who you're following, or whomever you choose to follow, they get you killed. And this is exactly what's the difference between the tares and the wheat. You may be a tare and you don't even know it, or you might be a wheat and you don't even know it. Or if you always assume you're a wheat, you're probably on the right track. But the way the wheats have to get instruction. The wheat has to get instruction from the Monden Semi, what's called the Holy Spirit. For those who don't know or new to this, we call Kusua Kongo, Yissa'Yah Kongo, the world called Jesus Christ. We know that he was a Chaluba. Those of us who are woke know that he was a Chaluba. He was a Mukongo, a Bakongo of Yisolele, the tribe of Yaoundé, or Yahudi, you want to call it. It's a Yahudim, which is Yiddish, but the Most High does not speak. Okay, Yiddish is not his language. If you're speaking Yiddish, the Most High is not going to give you the Monden Semi the way you would expect. Why? Because the people who know the truth are speaking his language. They know who they are. They know that they've been taught lies and deceptions backwards. Yes, it's similar to what the Hebrew Israelites say, but not the full message, because in fact, there was an intent for Lucifer to figure out a way to run interference on this awakening so that you get the message, but you don't get the full story. So you get certain truths, but you don't get the full truth. Why? Because he wants to make sure that we do not come together in this time of unification. All right? Yisu Klistu. Okay. So my topic today, let's get a quick prayer. Tatanzami Yamazulu, Kimfumu Kyakuisa, Matonda Masakajala for this. Yeah. Tatanzambi, Matondo, Kimbonayo, hallelujah, Kimbonayo. We know to Father that this is indeed escalating times of confusion, times of people wanting to don't know what's going on, time where people are wondering why haven't we gone yet, for those who believe in certain things, those who are seeing all these things unfolding in front of their lives and all the things and not understanding the times that we live in and the deceptions that we've been taught. Tatanzambi, I pray that you will block any demonic forces that are trying to stop this message from being brought out. All of the people that work for them, Father, and that you would help this message to come forth in spirit and in truth, so that Tatanzami, you will be glorified in all things. Kajinala Kusua Kongo, Yahweh ben Yahweh, Yisu Klistu, Ingeta, hallelujah. Okay. So, my topic for today is, are you King Saula or are you Yobe, Job? Because the Most High is going to start, this is how he's going to separate the wheat from the tares. Are you following the advice of mediums and false teachings and those who are wielding power that is not really the Most High's, but pretending to be so? Or are you following the advice of the Most High, the Monden Semi, and all these different things, and staying focused on him no matter what comes your way? Okay? So this is why the Most High, we're checking hearts. The Most High is checking hearts and the kidneys, like he said. He's going to search the hearts and the kidneys to see if you are worthy of being a remnant. And Mikhail Massa, we made a very good video. A lot of people I've been watching it. Not very many responses because we dropped some pretty big bombs yesterday, and it's because we're gonna start separating the real from the false. And the Most High is going to start doing that more and more. He's going to start separating the real from the false because, as I tried to tell a lady yesterday, which was deleted, in the Apocalypse of Elia, he specifies the fact that the false Messiah, the real Messiah, and the false Messiah have issues of being interchangeable if you don't have your discernment, except for one thing, that the fact that the false Messiah cannot raise the dead because he doesn't have any souls, which is one of the reasons why I keep saying, are you really attached to the real Messiah when you have a lot of preachers and everybody else that are not raising the dead? They're not coming to the church house when some person died and said, rise, you get up and walk, like they said with the Messiah. Why aren't they doing that? Why aren't they demonstrating certain powers and abilities that they claim to have? But they do a lot of motivational speaking, preaching, a lot of pretending to be something, saying that they worship something when really, in fact, they're not representing the full truth. Why they won't tell? Why they keep telling you to go worship in Jesus and have faith in Jesus when he even said himself, the salvation comes through Yissa'Yah, his people who have him, who have received him, by the way, because not everybody has received the truth. That's why one of the reasons why we're in slavery, as I had to specify to a person I was speaking with today, Satan's not the one really killing us. The Most High is killing us because we worshiping that golden calf again, and you don't even know. So that's why I'm trying to come into the fact that, are you King Saula, or like these other people that came out of Kamata and made that golden calf, or are you Yobe, or the disciples, or Abafundi, and the Nabiza who were the righteous? And so this is going to hit hard for a lot of people because it's going to call you out. It's going to call out what you think you know, and it's going to show you some things about who you are and who we are as a people. Because people don't understand, the Bantu people have power. We just don't use it because we're following the wrong people. You can utilize the power that you can reconnect to the power of the Most High and demonstrate it if you know who you are. Okay. So let's get into this real quick. I'm gonna go over Samuel, which we know it means move the obstacle for those of you that follow Brother Yanata. For Samuel, it doesn't mean what these so-called converts want to teach, because they're gonna be exposed here real soon. Y'all gonna be really hurting when they come out, because they already elected a so-called supposedly Elijah reincarnate, when we know Elijah wasn't a white dude. As we're gonna find out, Elijah and all these different things. It's going to be exposed. You see what's happening in America right now. We told y'all it's going to get crazy. We just getting started. We told y'all last year when the coronavirus is, we just getting started. We ain't got to the big stuff yet. We just getting started. Now you see what's going on with St. Vincent and all that. We just getting started. We just getting started. Okay? Like I said, I encourage you to watch that Greenland. Boy, that's really close. Really close. And 2012 combined with it. And also Red Dawn, all that stuff. And if you don't have the mark of the Most High, if he hasn't sealed you, and you're going to know when you're sealed. I've learned that. You will know the difference. Okay? And it came to pass in those days that the Philistines gathered their armies together for warfare to fight with Yissa'Yah. And Achish said unto Dawidi, now I say the Bantu pronunciations. You can read it however you want to do. I know this Achish gotta be Yiddish. Achis, as I'm saying how you say it, but you never know how they change it. I'm still learning. And Dawidi said to Achish, surely thou know what thy servant can do. And Achish said to Dawidi, therefore will I make thee the keeper of mine head forever. And remember, this is the son of Saula. Now Samuel was dead, okay, and Yissa'Yah had lamented him and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And I can guarantee you there's Bantus that probably know that this is locations are in Africa, not in Palestine. Okay, they rename a lot of stuff. And Saula had put away those that had, and Saula had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. Okay, he had all the people dealing with mixed spirituality were out of there. Okay, he did. That's obedience to the Most High. He doesn't. If y'all don't understand, you want to continue to bless America the way you think it does. We got mediums and all kind of familiar spirits all around us. Why isn't our government saying y'all got to go? Just like right here. If they really worshiping the Most High, why are they not putting these people? Why are they letting devil worshipers run around? Oh, we have the right to worship what we want. Not if you're supposed to be supporting the Most High, you don't. This is how you can tell when you're dealing with fabrications. Okay, this is a loophole because they know themselves they don't worship the Most High. The people who started this nation, they know they lied big time. Okay. Also, those who claim to be leaders in churches, they lied. You're gonna find that out because they know they had a mission to do. Thousands of years, hundreds and over 2,000, almost 2,000 years ago, they had a mission to do and they didn't do it. And you're gonna find that out pretty soon. Okay. So Saula has put the wizards out of land. It says the Philistines gathered themselves together. Now, I'm gonna say this again. You can do the research, do what you want to do. The Philistines were not in Palestine. They're two different people. Palestinians and Philistines are two different people. Philistines are descendants of Ham. Palestinians are descendant more of Shem than Ham, and mixed with Japheth now. But they were more Ismail oriented. Okay, this is why they keep trying to tell you, you were never here to these so-called Israeli people. We was never called Israel. It was never called that. Yissa'Yah. They know this. They know these people. They know that these so-called people who really were Hittites. Japheth was it, man. I did a book. I read it's called the Journey of Yakuba. I encourage you can find it. The Journey of Jacob. I posted it. It gives you more insight to how Esau tried to kill Jacob and all other things that was going on, and how the 12 tribes were starting to come together. Okay, with power, things were happening with power. Okay, and they were sitting there talking about Palestine, and I'm like, the Palestinians didn't even exist until after what happened with Greek and Rome and what happened with the Babylonians. Yeah, it didn't even exist. The Palestinians were created out of the Arabs. The Philistines were not created out of the Arabs. They were created out of the descendants of Cush. Two different beliefs. All right, we're gonna get into that. All right, so in the Philistines got us together and came and pitched in Sunem, and Saula gathered all of Yissa'Yah together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart greatly trembled. When Saula inquired of the Most High, Tatanzambi answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by nor by prophets. So now you're seeing a man, Saula, who has been cut off from the Most High. He's not talking to him. There's many of you right now that you think you're talking to Tatanzambi, and I realize the difference now that he woke me up. You think you're Tatanzambi, he's doing like this. You talking to me? You talking to me? I don't think you're talking to me. And many of y'all can't tell the difference, because if you were to tell the difference, you're gonna tell the real truth. If he sent you, He's going to show you the pure truth, like we're learning now. You're not going to sit there and kowtow to these false Messiah people who are telling you what you can and can't preach and what you can and can't learn and the things that is true and not true. It's like, how you going to trust that to be men teaching you when the Most High knows the difference? Why are you going to just believe what they say? That's always been our problem, especially as Black people. We believe what we're told and not what we ask the Most High about. And this is the message that I'm learning, okay? And this is the problem with Saula. He trusted in his own self and his own authority over the Most High. So the Most High said, well, no, I don't have nothing to do with you. He did things that was against the Most High that he didn't like. Okay? He was supposed to do something to kill everybody that he was sent to kill, and he didn't do it. The Most High disobeyed. You didn't do it. People want to say, well, that's so harsh. Good people, I'm telling you, the creator of this heaven and earth does not allow sin in his kingdom, period. He does not, he prefers the righteous, the repentance rather than the judgment. But the bottom line is, okay, he cannot tolerate. This is why he says, my wrath is upon those in the book of Romans who hide the truth. If his wrath is upon you, what is that happening? What does that mean? People gonna die. Hurricane, volcano, earthquake, he conjures, stirs up the military forces against people, all of that. Why do you think we're at war right now? Because of who you follow. You believe in these politicians and military leaders and all this stuff, and they're gonna get you killed because they don't in the Most High. If they really trust the Most High, they would know how to act accordingly based upon what the Most High has taught his people, and they're not doing it. They even stand up there and say, we're not going to allow this to happen. The Most High is like, you can't stop me from what I want. Want to be gods, speaking just like the Pharaoh. You don't even realize they're puffed up with how they talk about things. Okay? So here we go. He was afraid. Of course he was afraid. When the Wanda Semi is no longer talking to you, this is what we're seeing now in this world. If your foundation and your faith is solid and you think that you have it right, you're not going to be afraid. The problem is there are those who aren't afraid that are still getting the wrong message. But at the same time, the Most High said, I don't give my people a spirit of fear. So you have no reason to be afraid if the Most High is with you. So he's afraid. Why? Because the Most High is not with him. So what's going to happen? All right. So then Saula, unto his servants, seek me a woman that has a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And a lot of you, whether you know it or not, your preachers, your prophets, those of who are and this I'm gonna get into it, but Pastor Simon Toko talked about, are spiritists and not spiritual. So they may have abilities like this woman. He's gonna go inquire to give you oracle readings or certain prophecies that they see or whatever. But do they have the true power to do anything about it? No. Because in all, you're talking to people that really don't have the authority like the Most High. Because if you have the authority, this is why also part of my message is you're going to have a Malekis in your corner and not just your boys or your girlfriend. Oh, my girl, you got your back. So that's what I'm going to say. Would you rather have the Most High's angels got your back or just your boy, or your boys or your girls or your ladies? Oh, girl, you got my back. You want to make sure the Most High got your back. Because if the Most High, that's why he says, if you are for me, who is against me? There are a lot of people that are saying that in their churches, and the Most High looking at you like, you're not mine. So you're against me. This is why you're seeing people who are supposedly in their strong religious belief getting tagged with a virus that was designed as a judgment against Babylon. But they won't tell you that. It's a judgment against Babylon. Like I told people, I didn't say it was fake. Nobody said it was fake. People are thinking that it's fake. They think it's man-made. It doesn't matter. The Most High can bring pestilence through men, through him, through his Malekis, through himself. It don't matter what it. The point is, this is a judgment. The deception is why. Okay? Because you don't realize because of who you follow, you are dying because you don't know what you worship. I'm going to tell you right now, people, when you receive the Moandan Semi, what we call the Holy Spirit, Hamasiyah, Yisu Klistu, Jesus Christ, will bring this spirit upon you. And he is not white. And he is not a Jew. He will let you know this. I'm not one of them. This is the truth. He knows who he is. This is our deception. He is not from the children of Ashkenaz, as they like to sit there and point it out. They're Ashkenaz or Sephardic. Okay? He knows where he comes. He knows that he's a Chaluba. He speaks Lingala. He knows it. He got an accent just like the Caribbean people. They know. He knows when he speaks that English. Okay? So here you go. You got Saula going to familiar spirits. And because and see, you can tell right now, I know I had a relative that even asked me, should I call this medium lady? No. And the Most High can even use people that necessarily may not be his to stop you, even though they may think they're his. It don't matter just because they know you. There are people that they go and see remember that Miss Chloe or whatever her name was? Don't dial Miss Chloe. The tarot root cards, whatever you want to call them, especially in this day and age. Okay? We got a lot of people that want to go, and here's what I'm saying. That pastor you talking to, guess what they did? They went to go see which Dr. So-and-so. You don't even know, as we now understand it. So they can woo you into believing what they're doing is right. The voodoo, or whatever you want to call it. And that's what I'm saying is, are you Saula or are you Yobe? And we're going to get into that. So then Saula, his servants, seek me a woman which has a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her and his servants, and said to him, behold, there is a woman that has a familiar spirit at Endor. And Saula disguised himself and put on raiment, and then went in, and 2 men with him. And there's a lot of us that go creeping when we know we dealing in stuff that we shouldn't be dealing with. We go creeping, and the Most High look like he don't think he don't see. Oh, y'all going okay? I see what you're doing. So I wasn't talking to you. So now you're going, and there's a lot of people, they don't want to wait on the Most High. So you get yourself into more trouble. Okay? Especially those that's really his, because a lot of them, you don't understand. You may not be getting an answer because he's not talking to you. Satan's gonna pretend to be him many times, and he'll show up when he get ready. He got stuff he's doing, and you wonder what's taking him so long. I can't understand. People, there are people on this earth. The Most High they talk to the Most High, he talk back. Same time, same minute, same second. Okay? You don't gotta wait on the Lord for nothing. Where's the Lord at? Talking to him already. That's the deception we're dealing with. Because if the Malekis are your friend, the MBasi will always be there to help you to have the discussion. Because you are like them. They get the message. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, gone. Same thing with you. This is why we're learning now. We're in the spirit. I'm learning this now. You just can't do whatever you want to do. This is the deception of this world. You can't just do whatever you want to do. The Most High is gonna be like, no, you got to do it. That's why Yissa'Yah said, Yisu, the foxes have their holes, the birds have their nests, but the Son of Man has no place to rest his head. Why? Because the Spirit was calling him to go here, 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 here. You got to go here. Yes. That's why. He got to get up and go when the Spirit calling. Okay, we got to go talk to so-and-so. We got to go move. We got to go. Okay, we got to go talk to so-and-so. The Spirit was talking to him. We got to go talk to so. Okay. The Father was telling him what he needed to do. That's why he said, "You follow me. You better just." That's why he told the man. He said, when the man said, "I got to go bury my father," hey, let the bear bury. You got time for that. He basically was saying, you do not have time for that. And that's the coldest thing. And people say, "That's the coldest." Why? That's the point. What's I said? If you really serve him, there's a lot of things you won't have time for. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. Period. The true anointed. Vacation? What you mean vacation? Take time off what? Whoa, we got people to talk. We got things to do, especially now. This is why the Most High is increasing these messages daily. You have no idea what's coming your way. Many of us who are in this awakening, we know what's about to happen. This world is asleep. It is like the days of Noah for real. They going about they arguing over the stupidest stuff. Now you got people talking about, oh, police. The Mwandan Semi will make you bulletproof if you're really with the Most High. You're not to have said this several times. You could, the cop get ready to shoot you, you vanish. Whoa, where did he go? He just vanished. That's the power of the Most High. He'll take you out of that situation before the cop can even pull the gun out. That's the truth. That's the power we're missing. And they call it, ooh, witchcraft, voodoo, ooh, he did some voodoo. Oh my God, it's a witch. People, witches use the spirituality the wrong way. We could counter them, we could counter them 100-fold with their stuff when we're in the truth. When we're in the true power of the Most High, you will counter a witch 100-fold. You will walk, they'll be looking at you like, oh, look at it. Who is this guy? We better not mess with him. People got a lot of witchcraft on them and don't even know. They're like Saula, because here it is. You go to a pastor, he been dealing with mediums and stuff. That spirit comes back to you. That spirit comes back to you. This is why the Most High said, be careful. Not everybody is of the Most High. We have learned. That doesn't mean that you be rude or you don't or whatever. The point is you got to pay attention. Okay, this person is not what I think. You got to avoid certain people. You can literally, I've learned now, you can literally feel negativity coming off people. And it's crazy when you're in the spirit. Seriously, you can start to, your hair start, I like not to say your hair start to hurt. Ooh, what demon did you put inside of you? Seriously. They try to say, oh, this is migraines, this is headache, this is, no. Some of us have sensitive, I didn't even know. I heard a long time ago, people like me, I have sensitivities to things. I can sense things that people don't even realize I can sense it. I could look at a person, I'm like, man, and my wife, she the same way. She's like, for some reason, this person's vibe is just rubbing me the wrong way, and I got to get out of here. That's the Tula. That's the more than, that means that person got some Tula in them. Ooh, this person gonna rub, I better not, let me get up out of here. That's the spirit of the Most High warning you. I had a dream one time. Seriously. I was about to encounter a woman. The Most High was like, don't you mess with this woman. Beforehand. She was in the tarot card. She freaked her out. The Most High knows when he's talking to people that it's his. It's anointed. He's going to get you out of the trouble if you listen. You're going to get that warning, like, but sometimes you force the issue, kind of like what happened when Saula saying they wanted a king. Look what happened. They wanted a king. They forced the issue. Look what they got. They got Saula talking to a medium. He going to bring those spirits into you, Saula Day people. He opened the door for the demons. There are many of us in this awakening, and even those who claim to be Israel, even those who think they know who they are, they have opened the door to demons, and they can, like I talked about the lady. She didn't even know that demon was there. No clue, because they can disguise, they can masquerade better than people. I tell you this. They know how to map. They understand us better than we understand ourselves. So they can manipulate and make you think that you're feeling like all some kind of way. Oh, the spirit is moving. And the Most High is like, no, that's deception. You're following the wrong spirits. Just like Saula. So here he goes. And Saula disguised himself, put on raiment, and went with two men, and they came to him by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring him up, whom I shall name unto thee. And the woman said unto you, behold, thou knowest what Saula hath done, how he has cut off those who have made familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die. So you see, you got to understand, they know when they're dealing with the Most High spiritual, it's like, you're going to get me in trouble. That's why they run away from people with power. They know this. They said, man, we ain't going to mess with that person. That's why I'm going to get to that Acts, oh man, I forgot, 19, I believe, where it's going to tell you how they're going to know you, okay? We talked about it yesterday. And then the woman said, and when the woman said, Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake, saying, who has deceived me? Thou art Saula. So you see, the Most High has a way of exposing people. I've been in this situation, I'm not going to lie, where I was like, it was like, I know I shouldn't have been there, and I need to get out of there. And I was fortunate to get away with it. You know, I got out of there before it could have got bad for me. I don't know. I've had my life saved a couple of times. You know, when you're in a situation like, I could send somebody to go down, I better get up out of here. Okay, so the Most High is exposing the deception. And see, a lot of y'all are gonna see that there's gonna be pastors that's gonna be just like this. Oh, you have to, they're gonna say, the Spirit's gonna show up. Oh, I've been deceived. I'm dealing with familiar spirits. You supposed to be the Most High. You need to get up out of here. So look, I'm like, what? Yeah, I can't talk to you. It's gonna happen, people. People are gonna get exposed for being what they are. Oh man, I went against the Most High. Running. Okay, let's get into the rest, the other side. Let's see if you're this person. Because this is what's coming now. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Yobe or Job. And that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Tatanzambi and eschewed evil. Now, of course, he cannot be 100% perfect, because Most High people, you know, it just don't work that way. You're gonna have some issues. But he was more spiritual. He walked in spiritual and truth more so than others. Okay. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. It's just weird because the Most High, he loved to do those sevens and threes. That's something that is often. His substance also, he had 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels. Here it go. And then, of course, the 500 yoke of oxen, 500 she asses, and a very great household, so that his man was the greatest of all men of the East. So he was very well blessed by the Most High. This is what I'm talking about. Now, and his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and calling their sisters to eat and drink with them. And when it was so, when the days of their feasting was gone about, Yobe sent and sanctified them, rose up early in the morning, offered burnt offerings. So he was a man that was doing it the right way. He was always with the Most High. For Yobe said, it may be that my sons have zoned and cursed the Most High in their hearts. He's saying, I got to make sure my people, my house stays in order. That's why the Most High said, before you go dealing with other people, you better make sure your house is in order. This is what he's doing right here. Other people don't do that. Now, there was a day when the sons of God, the Maleki, MBasi's angels, came to present themselves before the Most High. This happens regularly. And of course, because he's an archangel, Satani came along with them. And Tatanzami said, whence comest thou? Then Tatanzami answered the Most High and said, from going to and fro in the earth, for walking up and down it. And the Tatanzami said, as Satani has thou considered my servant Yobe, or Job, that there is none like him in the earth, perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil. So he does his best to get away, keep away from him. Then Satani answered Tatanzami, he said, does Yobe fear Tatanzami for naught? Hast thou not made a hedge around him? So he's saying, you have protected this man, so I can't touch him. And see, this right here is an indication. Listen clearly. If you are of the Most High, you will have the same hedge. If you truly walk upright with spirit and in truth, and you are doing the things the Most High that pleases him, you will have the same hedge. The sons of men will be your friend. The sons of God will be your friend. Now watch this. This is the difference between those who really understand the truth and those who are living a lie. Because you already see it happening right now where people are already panicking. The Most High is bringing all kind of stuff on them. They don't even realize it. And they're like, oh my gosh, the first sign of somebody running. They upset with Most High. Why he killing? Why they getting angry with the Most High? And the bottom line is that they gotta understand. First of all, everybody has to die. That's the way to go. And two, who you choose to follow will get you killed for eternity, not just by blood. And you will receive certain things upon you, okay? But again, the Most High will try you. You don't try him, but he will try you. So in Yobe's case, he said, and there was a day when the sun, let's see. And he said, as thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance has increased in the land, but pour forth thy hand now and touch all that he. See, now this is what I'm trying to tell you. The Satan didn't touch anything. The Most High did it. He touched his hand and removed, and he will curse. He said, and touch all that he have, and he will curse thee to thy face. This is going to show you Satan has no power. But yet we got people that don't even realize that they worshiping this joker all the time and don't even know that he's ruining your life and your future, and you're attaching yourself to demons because you're doing pagan stuff and you don't even know it. And you want to know why are these things happening to me? Or why is this happening? Why you go begging the pastor? I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Where are you going? What are you going to the pastor for? Pastor can't save you. I pray to God, but he's not answering me. Of course he's not. If you're doing pagan stuff and you don't know it, he's not answering you. If you haven't repented of all, including worshiping false gods, most people, when they repent to the Most High, they don't even say worshiping false gods because they don't realize that they are worshiping false gods. Okay. The Most High said unto Satan, behold, all that has in thy power, only up upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth with the present Most High. So of course, now he gonna have people come and kill his people and flock. Now, knowing the people in today's world, the carnal-minded mindset, man, these people come try to steal my camels. Get the gun ready. This is what we learned through the Gentiles. The Yissa'Yah. We're gonna deal with this. They're gonna come steal my cattle. They're gonna come do this. They're gonna, hello. Did Yobe go get strapped up? Let's go get these people. No. They stole my oxen. They stole my this. They stole my that. Now watch what he gonna do. I've been robbed. I didn't go get no strap. People don't understand, man. The Most High can protect you once you start getting it right. Trust me on that. While he was yet speaking, the camel also said, the fire of the Most High falling from the heaven and burnt up the sheep. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Can you imagine what your face would look like when you come home and your house on fire? Like, you see this thing just, what? What you gonna do? Oh my gosh, my house is on fire. This is the thing we talk about spirituality. Okay, let's get into it. I know I'm just saying, it's like, I already know how people gonna react. It's like, what I do? Oh my God, somebody cursed me. All this stuff going on. While he was yet speaking, there also came, said the Chaldeans came out, 3 brands fell upon the camels. So here you come home in the military, somebody repoing your car, all this stuff. What? The repo man take it. I'm just doing it in modern times. How would you be? Okay. Especially from some of y'all who got these nice houses and things, man. And he said, the son of God were eating the eldest son, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, smote the corners of the house. So wind come and bring like a tornado whirlwind. Boom! Part of your house fall down and kill your kids. What? What happened? Oh my gosh! Oh my God! The house got burned. All this stuff. Okay. Yobe rose his mantle. He shaved his head because at the time he knew what to do. He put the ashes on his face. He ripped his garment. Oh, they're going crazy. But listen to what he said though. He's gonna worship. He said, naked I came into my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. So he's saying, I had no house, I had no car, I had no children. So I'm not going to curse the Most High. Now, how many people can say that? But look what happened the difference with Saula. The minute the Most High had stopped speaking to him, he went looking for other means to get his connection, and he got caught. A lot of y'all are talking to the wrong people, and the Most High gonna catch you in it. This is why you got people right now. You trusted in the community. You trusted in the police. You trusted in the leadership of your city. Who are you supposed to be trusting in? That's why the Most High said, look, the pastor's lying to you. So you didn't even bother to ask me if the stuff that he's preaching is even right. You didn't even bother to come to me in prayer and fasting like this guy did, prayer and fasting to find out what's going on. And all of Yobe sin not. nor trust. See, he said he in all the things that he did nothing to defend the Most High. How many people can say that we do the same thing? And this is how you know we live in a sinful world, in a carnal-minded world, because your carnality would have kicked in by now. This is the difference between being spiritual and being carnal. And again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before them, Tatanzami, and Satani came also with them. And Satani said, "From whence hast thou come?" And Satani answered, "From going to and fro on the earth, walking up and down it." And the Most High said, "Hast thou considered my servant Yobe? Job, he has none like him on the earth." So once again, now Satani gonna bring pestilence on his body. Now he doesn't die from it, but it really jacks him up. And then on top of that, now watch this. The good friend, his friends came to him and felt for him and had compassion. They didn't come. I can see some of y'all right now come and say, "Girl, what'd you do? Did you do something? Did you rob somebody? Did you so and so? Did you do this? What did you do, girl? They done stole your stuff. They done. Oh man, what did you do? Did you rob somebody? Well, how come all this bad stuff happened to you?" No, they realized that it was the Most High doing it, and they came and were with him. And I know there's people that do this naturally, even as Bantus, or don't even know they're Bantu. They say, "Oh my girl, I'm so sorry. Oh, that man was no good," and so and so. But see, now you're going sinning though. No, you go to the Most High in prayer and fasting with him. This is what we're talking about. We're here to support one another positively, not doing things that's going to make the Most High angry. And there are those who are not doing this. There are people who are literally taking advantage of you when you are in this situation. When the Most High, you thinking, "Man, what did I do? Man, Most High, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did. Why all this stuff is happening to me?" And a lot of the times it's just you didn't do anything. The Most High wants to see how spiritual you are. Do you really trust him? Do you really trust him? Because when we get to the end of this story, this is what people don't understand. Everything was taken from this man. Watch. He even put this man in darkness. We got people mocking this. This man was literally put into darkness where he couldn't even see. The light was blocked from him. See, it said, and after Mount Obi cursed, he cursed the day that he was born. I mean, I can see people doing that. I'd be upset to me, man. I never should have been born. All this stuff. He was in so much darkness spiritually right now because he didn't understand. And his wife even came and told him, and this is going to show you that you have spouses like this. I already know. If I'm going through this, it's like the spouse is like, "Man, what you doing this for? Just curse God and die. Curse Tatazami and die. You need to just move on." And see, that's just going to show you we don't always have the faith with the people we have. That's the people in your life should also be supporting you in your trial and tribulations. Not sitting there looking at you like you need to just curse God and die. Something wrong with you, Yeah, we don't need that. That's why we've fallen as a people. So here we go. So all these bad things kept happening to him. And so chapter 5, call now, if there be any that will answer thee, to which of the saints will thou turn? For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one. So there's a lot of people who are in foolishness and envy. And even so, the foolish taking root, but suddenly I curse this habitation. As children are far from safety, they are crushed in the gate, neither there any to deliver them. So this is why you can even get your children into a bad situation and don't even know. Although affliction cometh not forth of the dust, neither doth trouble spring out of the ground, yet man is born unto trouble as the sparks fly upward. That's why the world's so crazy. I would seek unto Tatanzami and tell me, would I commit my cause? Always. This is what he's expecting from us. Excuse me. Which does great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number. Okay. So one of the things we know is at the end of the end of this whole thing, the Most High returned and blessed him exceedingly, because he endured and remained faithful throughout the whole ordeal. Many of us, including myself, can't say that we've always been faithful through the whole ordeal. This is why we know we are mixed up with some wrong teachings. Or we don't have that spiritually, we don't put that trust within the Most High that he will truly return to you what he has taken from you, just to see if you will remain faithful to him. Because there's people, it's going to come a time like Masa we were talking about yesterday. Now he's going to take it away for good from those who have lived abundantly at the expense of his chosen people. It's going to shock people. Excuse me. So like I said, in this regard, the Malekis always remained on his side. Why? Because even though he was enduring what the devil had cursed him with, but the Most High allowed the devil to do, he still said, I'm not going to curse the Most High. And this is our problem, because we are perishing because many of us are putting our faith into something that was never real to begin with. And we got deceived by so many different things. And then you wonder, well, why is so many bad things happening now? Why are so many bad things happening? Why are people getting sick this way? Why is this happening? Because the wrath is on those who hide the truth. Like I told you, if he's upset with the Pharaoh or the leaders, you're going to feel it too. The only way you don't get touched is if you're anointed by him. If you're walking in righteousness, spirit, and truth. If you're walking in religion, which is mixed spirituality, spiritism, if you're walking in carnality, then you're not going to receive much of the blessing. If you're walking in true spirituality with the Most High, where you're looking to try to avoid doing wickedness, including making sure that you're worshiping the proper vibration. Because like I said, there's a lot of people right now, they're convinced in their heart of hearts, they've always been doing it right. I was one of them. But yet it was like, why can't I get rid of some of the issues that I'm dealing with? Because I only had half of the truth. And the Most High says, I spit thee out. So my prayers were falling upon deaf ears, but who was listening? Because the Most High means it. When you are a spiritist and you worship in false doctrines, you're not talking to him. Now, does that mean he doesn't guide you along your way to come out of that? No. But a lot of us are being misled by those who are mixed up in spiritism. And if you don't ever come out of it, because I'm telling you, these churches were given, the churches that represent now that has become Christianity was given a mission, and they didn't follow through. You're gonna find that out. That's why it took Simon Toko, Simon Kimbangu. The Most High had to send people that could walk with power to show you who you were versus the ones who were not. And that's why they were hated. Because they had to show the white people to their face, you're not the Most High's chosen. The Most High, you're not him, his. And they couldn't believe that. And it's going to happen again. The Most High going to face these people. I'm sure even now he's facing, you're not mine. Because you didn't take Yissa'Yah home. That's my will, is to bring the two all the tribes together. I don't like to say that word STIKS because I know that's demonic, a demon anymore, but you know, bring them together. Yaoundé and Yissa'Yah. That's what I want. That's the bride. And it's not the people who call themselves Jews. I don't know who those people are. That star they put on their flag, I don't know what that is. I don't know. That's what he's gonna tell you. That was never my people. I told that to a lady, she didn't believe me. I bet, and when she passed, I said, I know you, bet you believe me now. They know this. The Most High was like, that was not my star. These people lying to you. I said, they're descendants of Japheth and cut off Esau. Not my people. And there's preachers that they know this. They preaching, they go through all their life preaching a false truth, knowing that they're preaching a false truth and think they're going to get away with it. They're not. That's why he says, Yissa'Yah, let's go to Jeremiah. He means this, people. You better find out who he's talking about. Woe be unto the pastors. That's anybody who's a clergy member. That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. This is Jeremiah. There is no Christianity when Yissa'Yah was talking about this. None. Says Tatanzambi. Says the Brana. There's no Muslims, there's no Judaism, there's nothing. There's just Yissa'Yah when he's talking to Yissa'Yah. And he was talking to the priests at the time too, that caused them to be scattered to get in captivity at this time. Therefore, and this has happened again, it repeated itself. After what happened with Yissa'Yah, the one that Yisu Klistu, the one that called Jesus Christ. They didn't feed his sheep like he told Kepa, which he called Peter, and his disciples. That's why he got upset with those churches. They didn't do it. They were mixed in with familiar spirits, just like Saula. And they trust in a false doctrine from the synagogue of Satan. They called it that. You know, they can't call me being an anti-Semite for something that my Messiah said. He said it, and I'm gonna go with him. I don't care. Jesu Klistu, Yissa'Yah Kongo, Yissa'Yah Kongo, Kusua Kongo said, you are not mine. These are not my people. And they just made it evident when they elected that dude over there. Now he's trying to say he wasn't the Messiah, but they said that, oh, he fit all the criteria for Messiah right now. This is why, do you see, this is what I told y'all, the Most High was not going to stand for it. Now he's making us pay for that. That's why black people getting beat down. Because we are Yissa'Yah. If you didn't know it, too bad. That's what he's saying. Because it wasn't an excuse. Your pastor should have told you. Now he gonna pay the price. These secret society people should have said something. Now they're not gonna do it. They're gonna pay the price too. All of them. They want to keep lies. I got something for them. They want to teach deceptions. I got something for them. So Nini Nanini is not playing. You want to call me gorilla, monkey, whatever you want to call me, I got something for you. You want to paint me as a white, blonde-haired Jew, and I'm not even that, I got something for you. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be in a state of shock. The Banabetu of Yissa'Yah, the one in Congo, Tanzania, Zambia, South Africa, Namibia, all these countries, that's the 12 tribes. Now we scattered all over the world. Not those people up in Palestine doing this to the wall. Whatever the heck they doing. I don't even know. I don't even care. You want to keep thinking that's Jacob, go right ahead. He's going to show you. That pastor is full of it. That Kabbalah is a lie. Those Palestinians keep saying, you will never hear. Why do you think they keep telling you that? They know this. You will never hear. That's why they're fighting them. They just celebrating their 73rd birthday. The Most High has not restored his kingdom. That is not Israel. Jacob was never called Israel. Lies. You cannot say you're the chosen people and you don't even say the name right. Never called that. And he knows. You blessing the wrong people. And now you're going to pay, the recompense is coming. If you don't want to believe me, listen, I have shown you, we have shown you enough evidence here, and we even have our own people creating all kind of chaos in this. Okay, woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor, says Tatazami. This is for you too. Fake pastors, fake prophets, fake Messiah, fake people pretending to be the Most High's people, or want to sit there and deny those who have come to tell you. He got this is for you too. Therefore, it says the Most says Tatanzambi, yes, Yahweh, okay, Yehoah. We never called him no Lord or God. Bwana. Okay, Lord is Nimrod. Hey, you gonna go look it up. B-A-A-L, it says normally known as Lord. That's why he got to take the names out of our mouth. Of Yissa'Yah, Yissa'Yah, against the pastors that feed my sheep. Yea, just because they wrote it in Israel doesn't mean it's right. That's why we keep trying to tell you. The Most High is in the Bible, but the Bible is not the Most High. Just because these people wrote it as Isis, Ra, and El is what is it? And people are going to say, no, that's not true. That's not true. Oh, yes, it is true. Go ask him. He knows this is the evil trinity right here. That is not what he called. He did not call Yakuba Israel. And you're going to find out the hard way. People finding that out the hard way right now. He said, I never called him that. He was not speaking Yiddish. He was not speaking Aramaic. None of that stuff that y'all keep talking about. You've been lied to by a great deceiver, pretending to be me. Trust me, he showed me this. I always thought this is the way you're supposed to say it. No. I'm glad that people show me the right way. No, this is the way we say it. I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries. Whether I have, no, they only driven to South America. No, they only went to North America. No, they only went to the Caribbean. Y'all need to wake up. All the countries, that means Russia, Europe, Asia, even in Africa itself. all the countries. Let me ask you a question. How can that be Israel that has their established nation when he's telling you, I will gather a remnant, whether I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. Now catch this part. And I will set up shepherds over them, that they shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking. Is that the case with the people that's calling themselves the Jews right now? No. They run around in fear right now. They're dismayed. They are lacking. They have people that's broke, that they only take care of themselves. Is that does this even fit the narrative of Israel? 73 years my foot, 73 years of lying to you from fallen angels, Satan, synagogue, dancing in ways that the Most High is like, they didn't worship me like that. I don't know what kind of dance they're doing. What kind of dance? I don't know those dances. My angels don't celebrate. We don't. They don't sing like that they do up in the choirs, like they do when they all don't move and they just sit there with their hands and just. No. The Toku is showing you Kimbo how we moving. Hey, zombie. They dance. They move. They singing like Dawidi. They taught Dawidi how to do it. Boy. Behold, the days come, said Tatanzambi, I will raise up Dawidi, a righteous branch. And now they're trying to tell you that this man that they just said is Ben Dawidi. Yes, Iskiyahu Ben Dawidi. Now they say his name is Shlomo, when the Most High never called Solomon. Where do you think Solomon comes from in the English language? The Kikongo. They just changed the A's to O's. Solomon. And we didn't say the N, so it's Solomon. And of course, the Muslims trying to follow the same rule, they didn't realize the N was already cut off. They said Salam. When we had already cut off the Solomon, was the Solomon cut off already. We don't pronounce the N. King of Peace. No, Shlomo. Peace in Yiddish is Shalom, not Shlomo. See, y'all, telling y'all really don't get it. We've been so bamboozled, it's not even funny. The branch and king shall reign and prosper and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Is Israel executing justice in the earth since 1948? No. Look at the world right now. It's in chaos and mass confusion. Utter destruction. People losing their minds right now. So how can this be the people? In his days, Yaounde will be saved. Wait a minute. That's supposed to say the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's supposed to say Mormons. That's supposed to say Seventh-day Adventists. That's supposed to say all of this. No, in his days, Yaounde shall be saved, and Israel they shall dwell in safety. And this is the name thereby should be called Tatanzambi, our righteousness. Yahweh, Bwana, our righteousness. Bwana. Kongo. I was telling this to a lady, and she was white, and she said she knew. She knew what I was talking about. Therefore, behold, the days comes, they shall no more say, the Bwana liveth who brought up the children of Yissa'Yah out of the land of Kamata, Egypt. But the Twana liveth with brought up, which led the seed of the house of the out of the north country, and from all countries whither they have been driven, and they shall dwell in their own land. You think that this got fulfilled in 1948, you have been bamboozled. Because that is not his land. The Most High know where his land is. Telling you. Mine heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man. And like a man whom have overcome it because the Bwana, because of the words of his holiness. But the land is full of, look at here. Right now, for the land is full of adulterers, for because of swearing the land mourning. That's why Africa's mourning right now, because that is really his land. Because it's full of adulterers, people worshiping false gods, practicing witchcraft, doing all kind of wickedness, making deals with the wrong people. I told you, who you follow will get you killed. Who will have put the Catholic Church? I don't care what they say. Any Catholic, they can argue. I can bring it. I'll show you that in Revelations, the Church of Laodicea, he's talking about you. And that has never changed. Okay. So I'm just telling y'all right now, this is why you got to realize, are you Saula, where you going to false prophets, mediums? I wanted to get into that. That's what he talked about it. Avate in the church of Yissa'Yah, the church of Yissa'Yah, the assembly of Yisu Klistu, or Kusua Kongo in the mundo, or the world, is similar where the Most High has spiritual beings. Let me see. He talks about a Kokovate. And he even says, these are not people. Let's see, hold on. He said, these are not supposed to be people that do any type of, hold on. This is when Toko talks about it. I think it's further up. He said, and I'm gonna read something to you about this world war that's coming. I read it matter of fact, let me mark the page because I just lost it. I think I read it once before, but you need to hear it again. The many, many Tekeli. One second. I always forget to mark my pages, and I should have done it. And that's what I'm trying to tell people, man. You really got to understand. They call them bates. If you have the book that's brother Masa put together, you can't be in mixed spirituality and think that you're getting saved. And a lot of people are gonna find out. So he talks about the real end of the world, and we're getting there. I mean, what he was talking about fits the narrative of what we're seeing today. And he talked about what was going on back in the 1960s when the Most High was doing some of this stuff. That this is why the world is the way it is. Like I said, you don't even realize fallen angels can misrepresent the Most High, thinking that they're helping you, and it's not them, because the Most High does not deal with idolaters. Facts. Idolaters are far from him. Yeah. Oh, that's the other many minute to kill it. But what I'm saying is, we have to know the difference. Are we talking to mediums? Are we talking to spiritual people? Are we dealing with people? I'm talking about if they're in Freemasonry or they in the secret society, they all are mediums. They're dealing in witchcraft. They're dealing in stuff like that. You're not talking to anybody that's the Most High. And this is a lot. And this is why when a person shows up that's not, they're like, oh, we better watch what we do. Oh, let me get into that scripture real quick. But I'm saying, one of the things he said was, he talks about the loss of purity. And I know Masa just did a thing about the 8 kingdoms that he goes into detail here. Where he talks about Babylon was the kingdom number 1, Egypt, Greece, Rome, France, Germany, England, and the USA. And the Great Reset is New Jerusalem. So this is it, buddy. This is it. The United States is the last powerhouse before the Most High take it out. And all these nations that did wrong, they're gonna pay the price. They don't realize you're in a. We've had a lot. Mission of the Vate. All Vates are just envelopes, and within them is the Most High's secret and ministry. A plain Vate must be placed outside the church, and among the Vates there will be Yahweh, the sons of Tatanzambi, spirits to protect the church. So this is what they do. These are spiritual beings. Don't forget, my brothers and nephews, the city of Jericho will be the school of prophets, the son of prophets, and was the second city of Yundi. So he said there's no more prophets. He's telling there are. If the Vache of the assembly of Yisu Klistu loved each other, and if the Tokas loved each other, according to the will of Yapoa, the Tanzambi and Klistu, the city of Luanda was formed as a school of prophecy, because the spirit of the Most High is with you and sometimes hangs in the air over your heads. Sometimes hangs in the air over your heads. Ask your poor God to give you true vates to begin to discern the true and false spirits. The true and false spirits, to discern them. Many Christians can't even do that. I can tell they can tell you they think they can, but they really don't. All right, let me break this one down for you. This is going to really wake you up. All right, so the power of the Most High in the world and the 8 nations. For when I brought you up on the 7th cloud, he was no longer able, so the game ended, and the tree fell and the branches spread out. Now take the trunk and secure a fortified chain. Nephews and nieces of the assembly of our Bwana Yisu Klistu in the world, residing in Angola, Yapoa Tatanzami created the world and wanted everyone to be the one that is to love each other. Yapoa Deus, of course they say Deus, but we say Tatanzami is not a word, but it is a power. It is a power, Ngolo, Kembu, for the people of laws of nation. Let's see, for the power and the laws of the nations, of the nation. In addition to the power that each nation is over its homeland, there's another power that the Most High has given to a nation to guide other nations of the world. I don't know if my brothers are understanding well. The kingdom of the Most High is not a word, but it is the virtue, the strength, the sisters' habitually disposition for the practice of good and all good moral qualities. Do you see our leaders doing this? No. Or I even can tell you it is the kingdom of Klistu of the world of the Most High. First, Babylonia, where Nimrod was, did not obey this order of the Most High.